Let's talk about option buttons and what they are and what you can do with them. I'm going to go ahead and hit Insert on the Developer tab like we've been doing. Instead of a checkbox, I'm going to use an option button. Now this is more of a grouping of settings, rather. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, Control-C, and Control-V to paste a couple times here. We will click on these three right there, and then we'll make another grouping over here. So we'll just say favorite foods for this list, and over here we'll have another list. So the first thing I want to teach you about is the grouping. And in fact, while in design mode, I'll just take this, and this, Control-C, and I'll paste it, and we'll put another grouping over here. Now, what this does, when you're not in design mode, I'll say favorite drinks. When you're not in design mode like this, you can click on an option button, and the special thing about an option button is instead of when you click on it again, it goes up, ticks and unticks like a checkbox. An option button, as you've seen, they used to be called radio buttons, is it will deselect the first option to go with this option. So there's really only one option in a group that you can select. With checkboxes, you could select one or all or some combination therein. With option buttons, when they're grouped together, they will only allow one of the options to be your chosen option there. But the thing is, Excel doesn't know that I want this group of foods to be different than the favorite drinks. So if I click over here, it deselects my favorite drinks. So we need to learn a little bit about grouping before we really get into the option button stuff. So this video is really about grouping. So if we go into design mode, I'll show you how to separate these. So we're going to click and control click. I held control the whole time. I'm going to right click and go to, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go to the properties right here on the developer tab. And so that brings me some nice little properties here. I'm going to expand that. Let's see. So you can give each one a caption, and you can, individually you can name them. But now, when they're all selected, there's a group name. So the default, I guess, is the name of the sheet option buttons. I'm going to give this group a name called F_foods, just because. And then I'll control click on this group, and I'm going to call it F_drinks. And now I'm going to take it out of design mode and disable the properties window. So now these are grouped into one thing, but then I could click on this as my favorite drink, and it will not affect my favorite food because they're grouped separately now. So I could change this, and it will be completely independent of this group.